really have a thing for yapping in videos like this, which is honestly my fault. I keep yapping. Anyways, let's do this.
Look at this bloodthirsty ass nigga, bro, hitting the
Part
Uzi
2.
tongue. But the first victim of this man's bloodlust was none other than Lil Lors, big ugly ass boy. So Lil Lors is just stomping on niggas, trying to make his way to save El Donut. But this big boy ends up getting jumped in brutal fashion too. So it started off with Kuma, which I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was about to roast the shit out this man, but I just caught up on the manga. And after reading that,
yeah, this man has the most, possibly the worst backstory in One Piece. Not by worst because it was, well, it's worse. It's the worst because of how tragic it is, and also, this man's devil fruit is overpowered. No, like seriously, it is.
So I don't want to roast you, bro. So even though you built like an egg with some damn chicken legs, you off the hook, my nigga. So when
Yeah, and the fact that, gee, I don't even know, like, rest in peace to Kuma, which, even though he probably just died during the, whatever. But even then, this dude is just, I don't know, just, damn, man. This man's life sucks. Huh.
Anyways, Kuma shocks the shit out this nigga. Had this man spazzing. And this man was so cooked. But he said, hell no, I'm at least taking out somebody with me. So he ends up aiming for Dofi, and bro just
and that doesn't do anything.
Looked at it like, really, nigga? So bro ends up destroying the whole wall, but Brody ain't hit shit. Cause you'll see this nigga flying thinking he's Cardi.
No!
Then he talking shit to him in the air.
Got him flying thinking he's Cardi. Wow. Wow. I was actually thinking of saying something, but I forgot.
Nigga. So bro ends up destroying the whole wall, but Brody ain't.
Oh yeah, what I was gonna say was the fact that, the thing is, Marineford as an arc, it's so small. It's actually pretty small compared to all the other arcs in the show. But the thing is, it was a small arc. But it also had a very big impact on the show overall. It also made a lot of great moments in those episodes. Ace's death, Whitebeard's death. Just a lot of moments.
It's shit. Cause you'll see this nigga flying thinking he's Cardi. Then he talking shit to him in the air too. What's wrong, pussy? The donut man is right there. And you knew Oris was cooked because Dofi made this man see his backstory. That's how you know your screen time over. So Doflamingo amputated, bro. Cut that big ass leg clean off. And he just laughing his ass off and saying, this is what you get for being a tripless Neanderthal. And then Gecko Moria's hogback bowling pin built.
Yeah, this man is a walking L.
Ass hit him with that monkey. And it was them boys murdered Lil Lors, but Doflamingo was not done, racking up these murder charges. So later on, Viking Humpty Dumpty ends up pulling up and saying, Doflamingo.
Yeah, there's no fucking way he's gonna do anything. If a literal giant couldn't do anything to him, what makes you think you're gonna do anything, buddy?
Oh, fuck you in that feathered ass coat, nigga. So bro runs at him and tries to swing at him, but he stops. And Dofi just started talking shit, saying, what's wrong, water buffalo?
What's wrong?
Are you too mesmerized from all my sauce? And y'all already know what he did. He hit bro with his strings. He wasn't moving an inch. So all these other dudes end up running up, and massacre was about to ensue. Bro right here runs up. He gets his balls chopped off. And Dofi just started puppeteering this man and making him kill his own men. This was just tragic, but also despicable. You made this man kill his own men. That's fucked up, bro. And while bro is massacring these dudes, this man gives off one of the greatest speeches I've ever heard. And everything he said in this speech is 100% facts. Now,
I mean, in the world of One Piece, and ultimately on how it's functioning, on how it works, on how it functions, yeah, it is.
I can't play the audio, but I'm gonna text it out for us. We're gonna do a quick English project real quick, so here we go. Pirates are evil. The Marines
are righteous.
These terms have always changed throughout the course of history. Kids who have never seen peace and kids who have never seen war have different values. Those who stand at the top determine what's wrong and what's right. This very place is a neutral ground. Justice will prevail, you say? Of course it will. Whoever wins the war becomes justice. this motherfucker was cooking. Even though he's pure evil, he is actually speaking legitimate facts, and you can't deny it. So after this, I ain't even gonna lie to you, Duffy just basically had a drip off of Crocodile for the rest of the war. So I'm just translating this whole conversation for you. Oh, hell
no.
Gator boy, my nigga. I got a proposition for you.
You
got drip, I got drip.
You
get money,
you get some money,
I get money. So what you say?
So what you say?
Team? Man, fuck you, you pink feather flamboyant feminine ass nigga. Oh nah, shut
the
fuck up with that fake ass gold claw. I know you got that shit from Temu. Fuck you, and fuck you too. Tobacco loving, chain smoking son of a bitch.
I promise, this is my first time watching this. And even then, I think I actually watched this video before, but I never went this far. I'm being serious. Bitch!
Now, most of this fight sadly happened off screen, but hey, only I know how long this sauce-off went on for. So fast forward all the way to the end of
both of them are alive at the end of it,
so... And you just see explosions in the background. And the reason why is because Doflamingo was jumping this 60% body fat eggplant, because he basically had an assassination order from somebody up high. But Moria somehow lived. I don't know how, but it don't matter.
Straight up, how?
That's still attempted murder. Now,
yeah, straight up, how did he live? The dude got beat up by a second gear Luffy, and Doflamingo was literally scrapping with gear 4th Luffy, and actually only lost because Luffy had help, not because he had help. And Luffy did deal the final blow, but at the same time, Luffy had to use gear 4 twice, I think.
It's time to move 3 years later, and at this time, Doflamingo's
and we're at the time skip.
Criminal enterprise is thriving. This nigga is anime El Chapo. And I mean, this man did everything from arms dealing and gun running to massive drug labs. One in Punk Hazard and one in Dressrosa, producing smile fruits for Kaido, and had none other than Caesar Clown cooking that shit up. And I kid you not, these smile fruits was fucking niggas up. For example, take a look at Wano.
Oh. Possibly the worst case, because Wano is the one place where Kaido is at the most, I think. At least that's how I saw it. Actually, wait, no, yeah. Jeez, Wano. I remember this one scene, and I don't even want... If CJ is gonna show this scene... Oh no. If you don't know what it is, well, here.
Smile fruits hit Wano like crack in the 80s. This man is solely responsible for supplying these niggas to cause a drug epidemic. Look how this shit hit neighborhoods in Wano, bro. They thought these hoes was just regular apples. Hell nah. These hoes was laced and
yeah, and everybody kept eating them. Because ultimately, what choice do the people of Wano have? Because ultimately, any food that they have gets taken by Kaido's crew. So ultimately, they're always starving. And since all these apples are the only things they can eat, they'll take it. Even if it possibly pretty much curses them for the rest of their life. What's also said is the fact that, or in this case, wild, the fact that small fruits are just artificial devil fruits. And then you have Vegapunk, who, in his first when he was introduced, he literally made an artificial fruit, and he actually made an almost direct copy of the fruit that Kaido ate. You wanna know what was the problem with that? The problem was that you know Momonosuke? Yeah, when he transformed into a dragon, he was pink. That was the only problem. Everything else worked fine. Straight up, a lot of the stuff that Vegapunk has done is insane. Because all the greatest things you'd see in Science and One Piece, it comes from Vegapunk. Like, granted, with all the smile fruits, only 10% of the people that eat it actually get a superpower. Even then, the powers are really ass. Yeah, you literally have a part of an animal just sticking out of your body. He almost created an exact replica of a mythical Zoan-type devil fruit and used Kaido as a basis or something, I think. And ultimately just, you wanna know what was the only problem with the fruit? It was the fact that it was the wrong color. Straight up. Also, the stuff that Frankie uses, I think, were just from Vegapunk when he was young. Yeah. He's made armies of Pacifista. He's made Seraphim, who in One Piece are just clones of some of the characters you see, like Boa, Mihawk, and they're powered by liquid devil fruits. Yeah, I'm talking way too much again. I have to stop. Keep in mind that these said clones are pretty much as skilled as the characters they're based off of. So, yeah. This just turned into a whole Vegapunk yapping fest. Anyway.
He was eating them, even the kids! And they lost all emotions except for smile and laughter. They basically ate
Joker toxin.
For venom. Yeah, hell nah. The Don Quixote family needs to change their name to the Don Quixote cartel expeditiously. So now we end up catching up with Dofi at one of his Dofi parties. Because you know what they say? There ain't a party like a
Dofi
party. And he gets a call from Punk Hazard saying, "Oh, young master, the Straw Hats, Law, and
G5 are fucking with our product."
Operations have halted. So this man took extreme measures and basically said, "Motherfucker, you think that's
my problem?
I got bitches here." Oh my God, Dofi, come in the water. Hold on, ladies. The party's just getting started. Motherfucker, blow up the island. I'll send somebody to pick up Caesar's bitch ass later. Now, sadly, Doflamingo's plan to blow up the lab failed miserably because of Caesar's dumbass. So this man was so pissed off, he said, "Fuck it. Niggas can't get shit done. So I'm gonna do it myself." So this man web-slinged all the way to Punk Hazard. So later on, while
Yeah, I feel like people don't understand how crazy that is. He web-slinged all the way to another island. And keep in mind, islands in One Piece are like the size of... What are the size of cities? They're like the size of countries. I don't think they are, though, because, like, an island the size of a country. What about the size of a state? Like the size of multiple cities, or just a state?
Basically has the island under control. This man Dofi flies in saucy as fuck and just hits a superhero landing. And everybody in G5 is stunned. They like, "Oh my God!
Oh no!
Trip! The aura is
Flamingo!
And look at this 10-foot nigga towering over these midgets. Nigga, fuck being a drug lord. Go to the league. And Dofi ain't waste no time. Bro said,
"The beat go off? Hey.
Ow!
This man knocked out damn near every single soldier with Conqueror.
With Conqueror's Hockey. His essence knocked him out.
Hockey. Didn't even lay a hand on him. Just hit him with the sauce. But he
really did pull the whole, what was the character's name? Crollo? Yeah, he hit that pose where he just had his hands extended out. He hit this pose. One more thing is that any character who does this pose where they just have their arms extended out, you know they're insane. It was with Crollo, it was with Doflamingo, it was with Light from Death Note.
This man knocked out damn near every single soldier with Conqueror's Hockey. Didn't even lay a hand on him. Just hit him with the sauce. But he wasn't done. He ends up webbing up all the other Marines' guns and made them all aim at each other. And this man elegantly made them all shoot each other while hitting this saucy ass flip. Oh my goodness. Bro just murdered I don't know how many people, but he did it in the sauciest way possible. So then this one Marine is begging for his life. He like, "Please, I have a family." Nigga, fuck
I don't give a
They
fuck.
should be ashamed of your broke ass. I know you don't get no paper. I know your bitch be fucking other niggas behind your back. You fucking
get your paper.
It got so bad,
bitch.
Smoker had to intervene. But my God, this...
Vice Admirals are disappointing. No, like straight up. Okay, if Admirals are on the level of top tiers, which I'm gonna put that bluntly, if they're on the level of top tiers, what? Shouldn't the Vice Admirals at least be on the level of like a first or at the very least a second commander?
man got washed. Look at his sorry ass. He can't even land a hit. This is why you're not making Admiral, buddy. Look at him. Bro tried to punch him in the dick. Duffy looked at him.
Like, you really think that shit was gonna work? And granted, did anyone actually expect Smoker to do anything? Bro, he lost to Virgo, who's way weaker than doflamingo. So what did he actually expect from this? Or in this case, what did the fans actually expect from this? No, he wasn't gonna do anything. If the dude lost to Virgo.
Like, whoa, slow down there, you freaky fuck. And this how you know this man Smoker is washed. This man already breathing heavy as hell, and they only been fighting for 30 seconds. But then some of Smoker's men end up coming and try to bail him out. But bro tried to be chivalrous and save him, but ends up getting met with razor sharp strings and ends up getting flung. And after Smoker got cooked, Dopey just...
Granted, what was any of this supposed to do? It was made worse by the fact that realistically, guns and swords don't really do anything to him. Or, in this case, to Bingo. Can't he literally make a clone out of strings from his fruit?
Got real disrespectful. He sat on bro, grabbed his face like your mama about to beat your ass, and was...
There was just so much detail in this scene. Like, with him, like, having his, like, hand up to his face, then slicking his hand back like this.
About to kill...
And just... Look at this.
But Smoker ended up getting the bailout of the century because Aokiji
showed up.
Pulled up and said, "All right, big dog, we gonna have to stop." And you see, doflamingo was a smart man because he knows he can't win this fight. You think he's gonna fight a former admiral and get embarrassed? Hell nah.
Hell no.
I'll take my leave. I got bigger fish to fry.
Bye-bye.
And that fish, of course, is Law and the Straw Hats. And especially Law.
Law.
Because these niggas got generational beef. The Dopey trial. Exhibit B wrap up. Assault and battery. Murder. Mass murder. Arms trafficking. Drug manufacturing. Possession and trafficking. Exhibit C. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Exhibit C. Corazon. So, there is...
From what I can guess, this is just going to be the whole backstory of Law. And, yeah, let's see.
The reason why Law has mad beef with Dopey. And it all started 16 years ago. Now, when Law first came to doflamingo, he was very sick. He had white lead disease and his whole family is dead because the world government decided to murder everybody in that town because they all had that disease. So they Raccoon City'd that bitch. Now, Law didn't have that much time left to live, but Dopey kept him around and said, "There's a chance that you might be able to live if you get this devil fruit called the op-op fruit, because you'll be able to heal yourself." Also, the fruit's busted. So Law ended up sticking around with him, doing some piracy.
Granted, the op-op fruit is busted. According to this, there's something like, I think it was called the Immortal Surgery, and doflamingo wanted Law to use the op-op fruit on him for it, I think. I don't know, I think that was just something or a theory.
Robbing some banks, and of course, catching bodies. And Dopey's main objective was basically to groom Law to become his right-hand man. Now, here's where everything goes to shit. Corazon, aka doflamingo's brother, Rosinante, basically told him, "Hey, little nigga, you got D in your name. And if Dopey figures out you got D in your name, he gonna kill your little ass. Because if you got the big D in your name, you are a..."
Monkey D. Luffy, Monkey D. Garp, anyone with the initials D in their name is pretty much an enemy of the Celestial Dragons and the world government in general.
Mortal enemy of the Celestial Dragons. And also, Corazon is a narc.
I'm a rat. I ain't no snitch.
He is a undercover Marine trying to take down his evil brother. So you can kind of see what this is. These two are basically opposites and the what-ifs of a tragic outcome. Doflamingo wants to burn the fucking world, because fuck everybody. And Corazon...
I mean, look at how the world treated him. They nearly burned him alive. I'm not saying doflamingo's justified. No, he's not. But, like, realistically, you can't say he's justified. You can't. But, realistically, how else would you react? You'd either want to die, or you'd want to just watch the world burn. I mean, he got nearly burned alive.
wants to do good in the world and basically stop his brother because he's a crazy bastard. So Corazon ends up taking Law around for like 6 months, trying to find a cure for his disease and getting him away from Dofi. Now, while this was going on, Dofi called them and said, "Come back to the ship.
Come back to the ship.
On the op fruit, and we can cure Law's disease." Now, with this in mind, Corazon decided, let's just go steal it so we can cure your disease and go into hiding. So Corazon gets the information from the Navy to where the fruit actually is. So later on, they end up getting to the island and Corazon ends up stealing the fruit, but at the expense of getting shot the fuck up. So after bro got shot up but somehow survived, he made Law eat the fruit. And after that, he told him, "This is some important intel I need you to give to the Navy that's on this island right now." So while Law went to go search for a Marine to give the note to, he found one, but the wrong one. Because the Marine he gave it to was Virgo, Dofi's undercover agent in the Marines. So Law brought Virgo all the way back to Corazon, and Virgo was like, "What the fuck? Corazon? Oh, you narc ass nigga." And Virgo ended up reading the intel and kicks his face in. And Virgo did not hold back. He beat the shit out of Corazon. And then after that, he beat Law's ass. So then after they get their ass beat, Dofi arrives on the island. And this man is dripped out of his mind and pissed. Cause his own brother was a rat. And Doflamingo knew something was off too. Because those 6 months that Corazon was gone, the Navy was off they ass. And every time Corazon was there, the Navy was there. So it was all over for his little bro. Dofi ends up setting up his bird cage over the island so nobody can leave. And he just went on a rampage until he found his brother, killing literally everybody that was in his way. So later on, when the family finally finds Corazon, they jumped the hell out of this man, beat the rat piss out of him, and played baseball with his body. And this was just horrible. This man Gladius went to his body and said, "How dare you betray the family?" After they jumped him, Doflamingo came up to him and said, "Corazon, my baby brother. Fucking rat. Fuck you, nigga. Corazon, you know how hard it is to kill your own flesh and blood again. And my God, it pains me to do it. But do me a favor, baby brother, and say hello to Pops for me." This man Doflamingo dumped about 10 bullets in this nigga and murdered his own little brother in cold blood.
Fratricide.
The Dofi trial. Exhibit C wrap-up. Piracy. Grand larceny. Murder. Mass murder. Fratricide. Exhibit D. Y'all.
Bro, I don't think we've actually ever seen an Exhibit D before. No, like straight up, we have not seen that before.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Exhibit D.
Exhibit D. Usurpation. I don't think I've actually ever pronounced this word before. Usurpation of Dressrosa. Also, JJK is back. I don't know why I'm adding that little bit of information. I just wanted to mention it, I guess. But seriously, a lot of new anime are out. I think there's a Freeren season 2, I think. JJK apparently. And oh my goodness, season 3 of One Punch Man. Oh, that was... Oh no. I've heard how it was so ass. It was so ass. Also, Invincible Season 4 trailer just came out today. Or I think yesterday. But seriously, all these new anime or new seasons of TV shows, anime, and jeez, that is just some of them are good, some of them are ass. Apparently, Rent a Girlfriend is still getting more seasons, even though it's possibly the worst freaking romance story you will ever see. Straight up, I will see any character from the show and think, you cannot make me feel anything. You cannot make me feel bad for the characters. You will never make me. Kazuya is an absolute bitch.
Rosa. Now, Doflamingo, as we know, is the king of Dressrosa. But how did he become king?
Yeah, that is a...
You might need to sit back for this one. So, 10 years before the present, Dressrosa was a very peaceful nation that knew no types of war and had a honest king named King Riku. Now, the people loved King Riku. They'd glaze this man to the end of the earth. But sadly, this would change in a single night. So, on that tragic night, Doflamingo flew to the king's private quarters. So he pulled up, woke this nigga up, and said, "Don't even try calling for help.
Don't even try calling for help,
slit your fucking throat right now." So Dofi basically explained to the king that this land, matter of fact, this whole country belongs to me, and I finally come back to take back what's rightfully mine. So the thing is that the Don...
Apparently his ancestors ruled the kingdom.
Quixote family used to rule over Dressrosa about a good 800 years ago, till they abandoned it.
Surprisingly enough, 800 years ago is also the same time Joy Boy was alive.
It became celestial dragons, and now Dofi is back to claim what's his. Now he gave the king an ultimatum. He basically told him, we can either A, I will take over this entire kingdom and kill everybody, or B, you can buy my kingdom for 10 billion berries. So what's it gonna be, old nigga? Genocide or run your pockets? So obviously the king had no choice. He had to run his pockets, but he ain't have enough money. So for the sake of the kingdom, he had to send out his soldiers and beg the people for money. And obviously the people are confused. They like, fucking Riku, we just paid our taxes a month ago. Yeah, man, this is some bullshit. I can't even pay my child support. I just got pregnant the other day. How am I supposed to take care of my child? So King Riku had to get on the big screen, get on all fours, and said, "Please, we're broke. I know it's shit, yo, just pay taxes, but fuck, we need this goddamn money." So the people said,
yeah, this is just, yo, he had a king begging. Which honestly isn't the worst thing that Doflamingo has done this far. Alright, it's just, oh gee, nah.
You know what? Something must be wrong. Our glorious king needs help. So every single citizen they had emptied every dime they had because they trusted their king. Because he ain't ever done them wrong. So
let me guess. I think I know what happens next. I actually saw this. But you know damn well with deals like this. Hey, pay me all the... In fact, this was one of the first things you'd see in One Piece. Nami tried to, in Arlong Park, tried to get a bunch of money. A whole lot. And just so she could pretty much buy the town from Arlong. You wanna know what happened? Yeah, all of her money got stolen by a few Marines. Because Arlong was like, nah, you think he was actually gonna save everybody? Hell nah. Which is what led to Luffy helping her, even after but that wasn't before. But then again, that was after she literally tried to stab her shoulder with the Arlong tattoo on it.
Things seems to be fine.
Trying to buy a place to save your people. The people you love and care about. Yeah, that's something in One Piece that's first shown. And in something like this, it's not gonna go well.
Paid off Doflamingo, and they should be scot-free, right?
Psych!
In the distance, you see this man, King Riku, coming at them on a horse. So obviously the soldiers think, King Riku!
He's gonna kill all of them. I guess I'm gonna have to make this a free-parter also, because I cannot shut the fuck up.